Hello, Monetization Nation. I'm Nathan William, your host. Welcome back to another episode with Adrian Sandmeier. Adrian is the founder of youstream, an award-winning video marketing company and author of Video Marketing for Marketers. In the last episode, we discussed 5 video marketing tips. In today's episode, we're going to continue our conversation about video marketing and explain how we can get started with video marketing. We're going to cover the following key takeaways. Number 1, if we want to produce our own videos instead of hiring outside talent, we should invest in proper training, equipment, and consider building an in-house media production team, even if it's just contractors. Number 2, before we begin filming, we should set our goals and create a plan. Number 3, one of the biggest mistakes we can make is to create content around our product or brand and not our ideal customer. Number 4, we should provide value to our customers in our videos. Number 5, instead of running videos that only involve our product or service, we should get people in our videos. Number 6, if we want our videos to be successful, we have to make sure we reach the right audience. All right, so besides this power of imperfection, what are some of the other video trends that you see coming in 2022?
Yeah, of course, video trends, they just don't come from one year to the other. But what we see definitely is that more and more companies, more entrepreneurs, they want to produce their content, especially their video content themselves. The problem is they don't have the time. So they look for some shortcuts to produce videos faster. It's a little bit of a catch-22. So basically, what you actually can do if you are a big enough company is, of course, build your own in-house media production. I can recommend. It doesn't have to be 10 people. It just can be one part-time videographer that can help you actually with your video content. It will be a little bit of an investment in the beginning. But trust me, certainly once you get into the flow, you produce more videos, but you also gain experience. You also gain experience in front of the camera. And that's something we also see in our company, that we have more and more consulting around companies that want to produce their own content. We actually sell workshops how the people within the marketing division produce better content, more content, how they build up their strategy, and so on.
Yeah, the democratization of the mobile device that allows companies, almost any employee in a company, to be that videographer. And obviously, there's a lot more to it than just pressing the button.
It starts all with the goal, with the idea, with the vision, with the mission. Of course, you have to know very well what is your positioning. Positioning meaning who is your audience, what problems do your audience does your audience have, what is the uniqueness of your product, of your service. Is it that it's super fast? It is that it's super quality? Whatever you can separate it from any competition. To be positioning yourself is actually the basis of a great content strategy that I find as a video marketer essential for every company to have a content strategy. Maybe we can dive more into that if you want.
Oh, absolutely. Let's talk about that.
Yeah. So content strategy actually defines how you're gonna reach with your content your business goals. Meaning content in form of text, pictures, infographics, but mostly videos. How does it actually help you to reach your business goals? Meaning which channels you want to use, depending where your audience is. That means doing a little bit of research. Then it means how often you want to actually produce, at what time maybe you want to publish. Also, again, we go back to the audience. You have to know your audience. Everything starts really knowing your audience, knowing why they actually buy your product. Then also, what are the keywords, the stories that are relevant to your audience. That is also something you have to list in your content strategy. And once you have listed the content strategy, you can even do that on a one pager. It helps you to keep a plan of producing frequently content for your audience. Also list in your content strategy the value of your content. Of course, a couple of years ago, advertisement was about telling how great your product is, but this doesn't work anymore nowadays. Nowadays, it's actually showing value with every content that you produce. You want to leave your audience smarter. You want to give something to your audience. Either it can also be entertainment that they remember you, that they laugh about you. That's also a value, and so on. Yeah, I think that's something that really a content strategy is about, and that every company should have, not once they are 10 years old, but once they just start with the business.
Yeah, that's you mentioned one of the biggest mistakes that I see businesses make with their content strategy a lot is they try to create their content around their product, trying to sell their product and telling everyone why their product is so amazing. And that doesn't provide a lot of value to the audience. It's like it doesn't make a deposit in the bank account that company has with the potential customer emotionally. And like you were talking about here, there's this huge shift to, instead of making content that promotes our product, we create content that provides value, that helps the customer. And as we give values, we're making those deposits in those emotional bank accounts with the customers, then they want to reciprocate back to us. And it facilitates the sale by providing value first. So that's one of the big mistakes, is not providing value first. What are some of the other big mistakes that we need to avoid in our video marketing?
One common mistake is certainly jumping too fast into the production, meaning before you actually have a strategy, before you have a script already, think about the date when you want to produce the video, and you don't have actually time to think all of it over. And therefore, preparation in all kind of video marketing activities is key, is also part of your success. Thinking about what you want to reach with this type of video production. Also prepare for the shooting, meaning talk to the involved people. One problem is, for example, if you film in a company and then just half of the company doesn't know that you film, it could mean that you have some trouble filming, some people that don't accept it. I don't know. That just gives a bad feeling, a bad mood. It's once you are filming, once you do video marketing, we want to have people that are in a good mood, that are excited, that we do a lot of video marketing with company, with real people. And so we want to make sure we involve them, even if they are maybe not in front of the camera, just in the background. We want to involve them. We want to make them excited. It's also a strategy actually to win the customer on long term, is if you can take the whole company with you and then cheer up the whole company when you produce video marketing. And as I said, that starts in the preparation, communication with your client.
What are some of the best secrets and strategies to help ensure successful video marketing?
My secret would be involve as much as you can people into your stories. Meaning, if you have a product don't just show your product, show somebody that actually uses your product, meaning social proof. You certainly, the most of marketers, they know of the term social proof. It's just the just the proof that somebody is using it already gives you in the subconsciousness the signal that this is a good product. Certainly, if the product works with that person using it, and it's smiling at the same time, and having a good time, that's just a social proof effect of that you can use in video marketing. That's certainly one of the things I use, one of the secrets I use. Then another secrets I mentioned in the beginning is producing several content bits out of one long content. That just gives you the possibility also to do split testing. You never know how well your video marketing efforts will perform. So or let's say that the best possibility is really to split test, do different videos with different messages, put them on the same channel and see which one performs best. Take this knowledge, not just for this campaign, but also start bringing this know-how into the next campaign. Also, it's a way how you can know your audience better. That's certainly also a thing we use with companies. That's one thing. Another big secret that many companies underestimate is they produce great videos with a perfect message, with perfect everything, perfect lighting, perfect sound, whatever. But what does it help if not many people watch your video? So you really have to think, what are the possibilities that I actually reach the right audience? Of course, it's to post it on the right channel, but one of the secrets is also to have a thumbnail that makes the people click, because everything starts with a click. If the people don't click, no video will start. So think about how important the thumbnail is. The thumbnail is just every video marketer or marketer should know is actually the first picture that invites you to click on the video. And having a face on a thumbnail can improve your click rate by about 25%. That's something you want to know. So if you have a base of 1,000 clicks, you can actually improve that by 250, which is not a small number. Those are 2-3 secrets I certainly use. I also transmit to my customers and in our workshops.
Can you share with us a couple of examples of actual companies that have effectively used video marketing?
We have a lot of companies around recruiting videos, around recruiting campaigns. For example, we have been able to work for Swiss, International Airlines, for Oracle, that are all companies that also have that are also based here in Switzerland, in Zurich. And for example, I remember one instance when we did recruiting videos for Oracle, and a couple of weeks after the campaign, one of the marketing people from Oracle said, all Europe loves our videos. That was a kind of of a great success story on that side. Of course, it can also be measured in numbers, but mostly what leaves us really is the good customer relations, the stories that binds us with customers, that actually it's the work in progress that got rewarded.
Can you share with us an example of a story of a company that might not have used video marketing effectively and what we can learn from that?
Yeah, for example, yeah, it's a small company based here in Switzerland. I wouldn't name now the company, but they are they are selling tools, kitchen tools, and yeah, it's basically in the head of the company was just having a video on the website, and that was the most important thing, and not being approachable by a strategy, or not even thinking about the content strategy, or not being interested in about a content strategy, means that after 6 months you have 300 clicks on the video, which is not really satisfying. Of course, it always depends from whom are those clicks coming. It's not always 300, must not be a small number, but certainly it's not our goal to have 300 clicks after 6 months on your website. That should attract nationwide clients. So actually, it's always for us a privilege when already marketers come to us and not just approach us about a video, but about a strategy, about thinking about the campaign, about the goal. But luckily, I see that more and more companies, more and more marketers think this way. They think farther than they used to think in the past. Of course, I'm not mad about it. It was already a highlight 15 years ago when you had a video on your website. And nowadays, it's something very, very common. It's much more important what kind of video, how much value, how much entertainment, how effective this video is, and how many visitors are on your website, on your social media channel, how many followers. And we love those people that are, and those customers that are open to that, and because then it's less of effort of educating them, because I don't think it's very well possible, we as a video marketing company, to educate our customers if they are not ready for it. But I see more and more marketers are ready for it, also out of necessity, because there are more videos out there. There are more people, companies that are successful with videos, and this will drive the whole video marketing industry, to produce more and more importantly, better videos.
Let's say we are sold as a business and we want to get into video marketing a lot more. How do we start, and what are some of the types of videos that we should be creating?
So basically, it's very, very important that you know yourself, not just you as let's say as an entrepreneur, as a CEO or whatever, but that you know your company, what is your positioning, actually who is your audience, what are you selling, what makes your product, your services unique. That is very, very important to know. Before you think about anything about video, maybe talk to a couple of customers that were already dealing with you, that were happy. Ask them why they were happy, why they bought the product, and actually that will help you defining your positioning. Your positioning then will help actually to start with a content strategy where you define what content, what topics you want to address to what audience on what channels, and that is certainly one of the most important advices I can give to every company. Start to learn better about your audience and be aware about your product. Bring those, also think about what problems do your customers have, because a customer wouldn't be a customer if they wouldn't have a problem. They have a certain problem, and you as a company, you solve their problem. What is this problem? How can you attract them with which messages? How can you actually inform them about, give them value around the problem, to solve the problem? And this should be all involved or should be part of the content strategy. And the content strategy helps actually to develop the video content. It can help you even define who is actually presenting the video content. It should be somebody that your audience can connect with, can identify themselves. If your audience are males in the 50s, maybe they can resonate the best when another male in the 50s talks about the problem. Those are questions that you have to pose yourself, and that you actually should do earlier than later in your business.
Okay, so you've mentioned a couple of times that sometimes people make these great videos and then they don't get very many views. What advice do you have for us after we've created our videos? How do we distribute those videos? How do we market and increase the reach of our videos?
That's a very, very good question. You have to imagine everybody wants to have as much reach, relevant reach as possible. The competition out there is very high. Of course, it depends in what market you're acting in, but it's very, very hard to, as a new business, as a relatively new business, to gain a lot of reach. I advise, unfortunately, to go with paid media. You have to, especially if you want to reach your goals earlier than later, you have to invest in paid media in form. It could be YouTube ads, it could be paid social media posts. We do, as in our company, youstream, in the video marketing company, we invest a lot in SEO, search engine optimization, because we think that it's a long-term investment. It doesn't pay off right tomorrow, but it pays off in maybe 6 months. But you have to kind of invest, starting in investing in good content, in the relevant content for your audience. In the beginning, you also have to invest with a paid media budget. Of course, knowing, I cannot tell you on which channel. That's really depending on your audience. It could be, if you are a B2B business, it could be on LinkedIn. If you have maybe a younger audience, that is more likely to be on Instagram, than do it on Instagram. So that's really two points I can give you. Invest in good content, video content, also text content, and also don't be afraid of putting up a budget for your paid media activities.
Thank you so much, Adrian, for sharing your stories and insights with us today. To learn more about or connect with Adrian, you can find him on LinkedIn, or you can check out his book, Video Marketing for Marketers, on Amazon. And there's links to each of these sites in the blog post for this episode on our website. You can also get a free ebook about passion marketing and learn how you can become a top priority of your ideal customers at passionmarketing.com. Thank you so much for joining me for this episode, and I wish you success in your video marketing. Do you want to become a better digital monetizer? To receive great monetization stories and secrets, please go to monetizationnation.com and join free. And if you liked today's episode, please subscribe to the show and share it.